Hey everyone, to continue on with some long form content that we're going to provide you with, I want to talk about something that it keeps coming up in my personal life, and you can relate it to business. So, when hiring someone in your company, sure, you can look to outsource someone overseas, or maybe you get a contract worker, or maybe you do hire an actual employee. The numbers can scare people, right? But what does hiring someone accomplish for you and your business? Okay, it's more than just forking over money to employees or contractors or whatever the case may be, whatever you're looking for, right? But let's look at it. Let's look at the daunting number of an annual salary, and let's break it down. What does it actually mean? Because sometimes that big fat number, that big fat annual number, scares people. So let's break it down. I'm going to give an example. My mom right now is looking to buy a new car. Okay, she's recently divorced as of a couple years ago, so she's on single income, and she's stressed out about not being able to afford a new car. She has an Audi, and it's not working out anymore. She needs to get a new car. It's time. And, she's looking at a few options, but a car she's looking at the other day is in the ballpark of about $35,000 a year. And she's like, oh, I just, whatever the price, whatever the cost was, whatever it comes down to, I don't remember the math. But the point is, she came to me and said, oh, the payment would be like $350 a month. And I said, okay, well, all I do is hear you complain about and worry about your car all the time. Let's do the math. $350 a month, and I'll just do it quickly. I'll do it on based on a 30-day month, just to make it fair. It's $11.66 a day. And I said, Mom, I know how much money you make. You make a good amount of money. $11.66 a day to take care of your problem. $11. Let's not be cheap here. And she goes, oh, that makes perfect sense. Yes, that makes me feel really good, right? And if I said, Mom, if I told you $11 a day takes care of your problem, would that relieve your stress of not having a car? She goes, yes. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing, right? Same thing happened back when my girlfriend and I first started dating. We were looking at apartments, our first place together, right? Exciting time. And we'd gone to a bunch of places, and none of them, we like higher quality. We like clean places. So we were looking for a place that's maybe new or newer, maybe a year or two old, right? Well, we finally found that place, and it was about $100 or so more than what we were looking for. We were looking for something $1,800 a month and less, right? We were on one income. I was the only one with an income because she was in nursing school. Well, the closest apartment that we found to our budget that we were okay with. Okay. We were about, on a scale of 1 to 10, we were about a 6 or 7 happiness. But it was the best one we found, right? It was about $1,750. Then we came across the one that we really, really liked, and it was like $1,850, for example, $100 more. And we leave, and she's like, "We can't do it. We just can't. We can't afford it." And we're driving off, and I remembered something that I was told in business: dwindle it down to a per month or a per week or a per day basis. So I did this example to her in the car on a per month basis. I said, "Hun, you're going to pay," because we were splitting everything 50-50, you're going to pay $50 more per month to be happy about having a clean, safe place to come home to every day. And it was like, for both of us, I mean her, but it was both of us, it was like a light bulb. It was, what are you willing to pay for, right? $50 extra over our budget a month just for our comfort, to be 100% satisfied. And we did it. We paid for it, and we don't live there anymore, but, fun story, right? Now let me circle this back around to business. Speaking with someone the other day about a similar topic in business. Let's relay this back to an assistant. Just an assistant, not a virtual assistant. It could be, but I'm talking an actual employee. We're going to use this example for an actual employee because that's the scariest thing for people, right? Let's say that you want to hire an assistant, and he or she costs $60,000 a year. Okay, in Texas, that's probably pretty legit for an assistant where we live. California, probably not so much, right? New York, you're probably paying 80 to 100 for an assistant, but in Texas, let's just use 60. It's easy math. Okay, now let's say that I was going to hire an assistant in our CPA advisory firm, right? I might feel stressed out with $60,000 a year because why? Ooh, ouch. That's $60,000 less that me and my partner can take on our personal income. But what does it do? The point of hiring somebody shouldn't be to only reduce stress and everything. Can be, maybe you're okay with taking a dip in income because when you hire someone, you are going to take a little dip in income for a minute, right? Maybe a couple months, maybe a year. But let's say, what does hiring this assistant allow me to do? What if this assistant took all the scheduling off of my plate? What if this assistant was also able to send out all of our invoices in our whole company, right? Now we're talking, he or she is probably saving me 5 to 10 hours a week. There's a lot more they can do. Maybe I can train this assistant to do some sales stuff, to do some networking, some marketing, right? For all of he or she's available 40 hours a week that I want them to work, right? They've got to add value, right? They've got to add value that is greater than that $60,000 a year. And I need them to pick up the slack, or not pick up the slack, but I need them to pick up the tasks that I am giving them, right? So let's break it down, because I'm about to hire an assistant for $60,000 a year, and I'm feeling very stressed out looking at that 6,000,000. Okay, I'm feeling really stressed, using me as an example. Well, hold on. Let's break it down. That's $5,000 a month, $1,250 a week, and $250 a day. If I was feeling stressed working 60 hours a week, $250 a day to take me down to maybe working 40 or 50 hours a week, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good, especially if I can afford it, right? Your billings do matter, right? You're not going to be able to hire someone if you're working 60 hours a week and you're only making, $5,000 a month. That obviously you're not going to be able to hire someone. You can do a virtual assistant. I'm sure AI has some technology now where you could, right? But when we look at an actual in-house employee, break it down. And maybe after doing this exercise, you realize still doesn't make sense. Well, then you've got your answer. But this is a really good exercise to do when thinking about hiring somebody. All right, looking at that big, scary number. I'm going to shoot a video probably for next week. I want to do one of these a week. You're going to hear from Matt and I each once at least every week. But I'm going to shoot my next one on creating company culture. I think that's one of the strongest things you can do inside of your company. So you'll hear from me on that next week.